going to be doing a second stream for the day. That's probably not going to be that long, but we'll see how we get on. Hi guys, so I am back. Let's check if the stream's working. Let's check I've got some level. Okay. So this is a track, going back to my Trello thing. So this was a track, excuse the terrible name, it's called Soulful Thang Thursday, because I did it on a Thursday and it's kind of soulful. So this started, I think, was it this? I think this is started as what's called a chimp splurge. So is it this? Yeah. So what the way I did it was I basically recorded myself playing the keys for 10 minutes, random stuff, just whatever came out, and then I chopped those sounds up and I made a little loop, which ended up being this, which I've got some effects on. And so I built the track around that. Yeah, so this has only been a kind of a session, I think it was one session I did on it, and it was just a good session, so I got quite a lot done. So I'll give you a little blast. So I recorded in some kind of octave piano really quite badly, so it's a bit all over the shop, just to get the idea down as well. So I need to go through that and just get some hooks out of there and obviously quantize it. So yeah, so you get the idea. It's kind of a summary, kind of soulful kind of vibe. And I've got this kind of percussive section here. Okay, sorry about that. So you get the picture. So this is the contrast idea that I was talking about in the title. So what I'm doing here is this is again not something I can take credit for. This is a Mike Monday game from his course, The Leap. The first question is, what texture is it? So I put soft and fuzzy. The opposite I put is jagged and crystalline. What's its mood? Positive, uplifting. The opposite would be negative, downcast. What style is it? Soulful, disco, house. I put the opposite of that was ravey techno. What's its energy? Rolling. The opposite of that would be broken. What color is it? I put turquoise, and I put the opposite would be black. So this is trying to get you. It's like a thought experiment, I think people call it. So what would represent the opposite of some of these things? So I put an FM style ARP sound, very crystalline, a dark ravey section with a respace and breakbeat. I've got an idea of another track where I've got those kind of sounds that could work. Break to make it more choppy, Korg M1 piano. That would kind of give it a ravey, techno-y kind of vibe. That's what I've thought negative downcast, I don't know, like the respace being a bit darker, and jagged and crystalline was the FM ARP sound. So just trying to give me ideas to create contrast so that the arrangement kind of moves people, I guess. That's the idea. So let's try and make this happen then. So I don't know this is going to work. That's part of the, actually, I don't need to do that. That's part of the joys of live streaming. You just have to see what comes out. So first of all, let me just jump across to my, I always forget I've got bookmarks here, haven't I? There we go, much better. What was the track called? That's in my sketchbook. Moving. Got to keep moving. Got to keep moving. Okay, there we go. So I import, and I've named I thought I'd name these sounds. I don't really get that, but that's fine. Let's just add in this bass patch. Okay, and I think the drum break, let's just come out of here. Vintage breaks. Okay, so let's try that break. So I'm going for like a kind of a ravey kind of section. So let me just save this as a new version in case it's terrible. To record it, opposite game. Let's save the original version. Okay, so let's just insert silence. No. Okay, we'll do it here. Okay, so yeah, so I'm trying to build up an alternative section basically, which is going to help create energy and excitement in the track. So let's find the bass line here. What's it doing? That's okay. So let's just try that. Select them all, make the notes longer, and let's copy them down to here. It's definitely different. I wonder if I filter this a little bit. I think there's a bit of potential there, actually. Maybe try some of the other sounds coming in as well. And make it quite simple, the bass line there. Maybe not that though. I'm trying to change the bass line to fit the chords. Better. Now I wonder what it's like. Let's just see if I can work out what the key is to start with, which it might tell me from here. No. No. Yeah, this will tell me. B minor. Okay, so let's just try this quick and dirty. So we'll say chord trigger, single, multi, keyboard, diatonic left hand. I'm not really exactly sure how chord trigger works. I need to do some research on that, but I seem to get simpler chords when I have it on those settings. And then transpose, B minor pentatonic. I have an instrument in there. So to get extra kind of raviness in there, I'm going to try chord game 1 and just try some little, maybe even some little delayed kind of vibes. Put Echo By on. I hate when it does that. I've probably already used the chord trigger somewhere. Yes, I have. So what am I doing here? Diatonic right hand, B minor pentatonic. So maybe just to keep things in keeping, let's try diatonic right hand. Right hand is more, seems to be a bit more kind of less chordy. Sorry, a bit more kind of riffy almost. Is that what I'm hearing? Okay, so let's try the same thing on this patch. So what I'm going to do is just duplicate this track, but place the Korg M1 on. I don't want it to be too, like I find sometimes when I do this, it can be a little bit, you can get into a place where things sound too different between the two sections, and then you end up just making a different track, which is cool, but it's kind of, I want it to be still linked. Oh no, it's back. I just out of interest, what happened? Maybe it's in the same key. I wonder what happens if I just randomly try the bass line. I'm always trying to encourage happy accidents wherever possible. So let's just see what it's like if I try that bass line with the, in that section. No. Something kind of annoys me about the bass. Let me just take off the filter. Let's go bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, I think that works actually. So yeah, so what have I got? So does that section feel, does this feel more positive and upbeat, and does this feel more negative and downcast? I think it does in a way. And does that feel more ravey techno? It doesn't feel techno at all. But what could make it sound more techno is possibly, okay, let's just try this again. I'm just trying to find if there's something there that's worth messing around with. So let's come to electronic drum kits. Let's do 909, load that in. 909 is kind of techno, isn't it? And let's put a new pattern region. And let's come to the presets and let's choose drums. Don't know, let's just try that one. That's not what I wanted. Why is it all just kicks like that? Weird. Like everything's in the wrong place. Quite weird. Let me just try adding that in there again. Try drum kit. 909. Okay. Add in a new pattern region. Weird. That's really weird because it's like, yeah, it's like it's putting everything in the wrong place. Oh my god, it's horrible. It's horrible. Okay. Forget that idea. Let's go to Apple Loops and see, do we have any 909 loops in here? Okay, so let's try that. So I just want to say hi, Tuco, who's tuning in. I'm good, man. I hope you're well too. Kitty Cat says hi, and Technique is enjoying the technique. Is Kitty Cat actually your sister, Tuco? I don't know. But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. I'm glad you're enjoying watching. Yeah, so let's try 909 thing here to see if it makes it even more kind of interesting when it comes back in. So it's a little bit hectic maybe. So maybe it just needs to be the hat. Cool, yeah, I like that. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so to finish off, let me just bring in one of my previously constructed Apple loops. So this one? No. Yeah, so I'm looking for... go. I'm looking for a kind of crystalline kind of sound is what I put down here. No, oh no, wrong way. I want this to kind of go downwards, I think. And I put down something crystalline, so FM8 always says crystalline to me. I'm thinking with this track, I'm maybe getting Chris involved to do some bass stuff on it, because although I like the bass line, yeah, I just wonder if having Chris on it would kind of take it up a level. So let's try. What am I going to try? Mallet instruments, maybe. Okay, let's just try that. So I don't want it to start going again. I wonder if I put that an octave lower. I just want it to carry on longer. Why does it do that? Listen to this. Why is it like that? Let me just undo and see if I can get it back like that. I I want it to be a 64, no, sorry, 32, 32 length pattern. I don't know if I can do that here. Maybe it's this. Okay, well look, the idea is there. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, that kind of works. I love pentatonic-y arpeggiated sounds like this. It's quite nice. Okay, just turn the release down. Okay, it's cool for the idea. I think actually the first one I had was better, but whatever. I'm going to put on Crystallizer and just come up with a little mess around with some presets with Crystallizer. Crystals. So that was my sound that was supposed to be another opposite sound, but to be fair, it sounds just like all the other sounds in the track, so that didn't work. But yeah, so the opposite game thing was the FM style Crystallizer, got that dark ravey section with a respace and a breakbeat. Use the bass and the break from the other track. I couldn't find the break, so I used a different one. That's fine. Break to make it more choppy. I've done that. Chord Game 1 piano. I've done that. So let's try it again and see see what's what. Yeah, I think that's cool, but I don't like that sound at all anymore. I think some of the other ones I chose were much better. So let me just do that, and then I'll bounce it out, and that will be the session completed. Mallet instruments. Cool. Okay, I'm happy with that. Opposite. That's out. So this is going to go back into the card for Soulful Thing Thursday. And just so you can see, so this is one I did a couple of weeks ago. So I've done all this preparation. I did all this on Monday. So I've listened to the tracks away from the studio, and I've prepared what I'm going to do this week. Not because I'm doing a live stream, though you probably hope that I did do that, but just generally, just so I know when I'm working on music, I know loosely what I'm doing. So rather than coming into the studio and going like, oh, what am I doing again on this track? What's going on? I've done the hard, like the heavy lifting, the kind of cognitive heavy lifting I've done ahead of time. So when it comes to actually being creative in the studio, I can be creative within a framework, which is less mental load. So I know when I come in tomorrow, I'm trying out these different ideas, fast 808 hats, try live drum part, on this track. And I've done the same for this one as well. So this is a draft session. I've got a direction for this one, so I'm just trying to get the arrangement and all the little things together, all the parts in there and stuff like that. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. So I'll be going through these two tracks. So I need to drag this one down, so it's at the bottom. So these are the two ones that are next on the list to work on. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. But just so you can see, like, to do the preparation outside the studio is really useful, because it means when you're working on music, you don't have to do the actual work and think of what the work is you need to do. And it also means that outside the studio, you can let in your analytical brain and your kind of your analytical brain, your editor, people call it, which means that when you're in the studio, you can just let your creativity go, kind of have a lot more freedom to work, because you've already set a framework within which you're going to apply that creativity. Okay, cool. So is that bounced? Then I need to go home. So let's just go here. And opposite. It's going to go in here. It's very important I do this. So when I come in, I think I'll be working again on this on maybe tomorrow, because I'm trying to catch up some time, maybe Friday. But when I come in, I listen to that straight away. And it means that I can just listen to, with fresh ears, I can listen to what I did and see what I think of it in that situation. Okay, guys. So thanks very much to everyone who's tuned in. Rob, Tuco, Kitty Cat, thanks for all the kind words. And as I said, I'll be back tomorrow, back on Friday. I should be doing hopefully a kind of double session, couple of hours tomorrow, couple of hours on Friday, because I've got, as I said, I've got time, really got time I need to make up. So yeah, hopefully you'll be with me tomorrow, or if not, on catch up. Yeah, and hi to everyone who's watching on catch up as well.